Hey there, it's Pete with GCI Turf. Hope you're having a great day today. We left for vacation, went to the beach down at Myrtle Beach. We were gone for about 6 days and come back and got some rain while we were gone. And my yard's on a good strong fertility program and it's pretty deep. I mowed it the morning we left. We left last what day did we leave? We left last Saturday morning. I mowed it right before we walked out the door, and so give it a good clean cut before I left, and that was 6 days. Come home on Friday, and it was raining Friday, rained all day Saturday, which was yesterday, and today's Sunday after church. We just got done with worship and went to mother-in-law, father-in-law ate lunch, and now I've got to get with it because I've got to go back to work tomorrow, and we'll be slammed, I know. It's the way Mondays are, and I typically will not have time on Monday. My yard is really deep and thick and lush right now. It is rocking and rolling. So I'm going to show you how I mow some really deep, thick, lush turf. Now, I had a video not too long ago asking for some striping suggestions, and here lately I've been mowing it, and there's a straight line checkerboard pattern, which looks pretty good. Depending on how you look at it, you might see that you'll see the checkerboards, or you see straight lines, just depending on which angle you're at. And I think today somebody mentioned a diamond shape pattern, which will be some hard angled lines. So I'm gonna do that, work on that, and then maybe we'll have one more striping video or something toward the end of the year or something, or no, not toward the end of the year, in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Once I start cutting a pattern in my yard, the stripes show up very quickly, and they hold for a long time. That's just because my turf is so thick and dense. It takes a little time to get the old stripes washed out. So you can see I've got my bagger right there, truck beds full of corn. That's for a different video. I'll tell you what that's about. We wiped the garden out pretty much. I'll do a double pass cut today, okay? I'll mow over it one time, same height as I've been mowing. I've been mowing my yard on 4 inches all year this year, so I'll leave that as is. So it's gonna make a mess the first pass. You'll see when I get over here how thick and deep it is, and then I'll go over the second pass and use my bagger to collect the clippings. I mean, you tell me. Look at it right there. It's thick and dense and deep, and I mean, look at my boot. My boot's gone. All right, look at here. Now this is something new in my yard. Look, bet you $100 I've got an irrigation leak right there. It's the only thing it could be. It's an irrigation head right there, so I'll have to fix that. And here's your little update on the turf mend. You know, we put the turf mend down right here, and turf mend is basically a compost peat moss product that's mixed up with the GCI grass seeds, and you can see we got germination already, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right here and start right in the middle of the yard. I'm going to make me a super hard angle. Probably run me 2 or 3 lines like that to get my line straightened up. Then I'm going to come right back and make me a super hard one this way. Then I'll go over the whole yard one way and then go back over it the opposite way with the bagger. And you'll get those nice, really sharp diamond shape checkerboards. Can you call it a checkerboard and a diamond shape? We'll call it, I don't know, we'll call it diamond shape striping. I don't know which, I don't know what you call it. You tell me. sure if you can see it real good, but I think that's a pretty good pattern right there, so I'm gonna roll with it. Alright, so how do I match up my stripes in the front yard with the stripes in the backyard? Pretty easy. What I'll do is, you can see my stripe over there, and I'll draw me an imaginary line right across the driveway here. Whew, I'm telling you, look at here. You can tell I've been gone for a week. Good gracious, boy. Look at this right here. Look at that bad boy. Come up while I was gone. In a week, all that. I got plenty of nutsedge if anybody needs some. My beds are absolutely loaded with it. I'm about to get the kids out here and have a work day. So what I'll do is I'll come way back here. Now I know you can't see it on the camera because the GoPro camera isn't that good to let you see it. But that stripe goes right about the middle of that basketball goal. And I'll come back here and I'll start way back here. And I won't even look at this part of the yard. I'll be focused on that stripe up there. So that way all I'm trying to do is get this one stripe dead perfectly straight in line with that one up there in the front yard. Once I do that, game over. So not sure if you can see it, I'm pretty sure you can't, but that line right there, that white stripe is dead in line with the white stripe on the other side of the driveway. So now I'm confident with that I'm lined up. And as long as I keep my mowing width the same way all the way across, the front and the back should line up just fine. I forgot to tell you, it's something else I'll do when the grass is like really deep, is I'll make me a couple of passes along my edges and get all the grass cut to the inside. I'll usually do that too wide. That way when I'm making my turns at the end of my pass, I'm not throwing big chunks of grass over my pine needles. I forgot to tell you that. So now I'm gonna mow my other pattern, my other sharp angle, but I'm gonna do it with the bagger on it so I can collect the little bit of mess that I made. Alright, now you see this line I'm on right here, this dark one? I'm gonna go all the way back there to the back of the yard and line up and come right down through here and match it up. The reason I do that is because I can't go all the way to the back and see the front yard. So I come right here where I can see the front and line up my stripe with the front yard. Then I'll go around and go back there. And then once I get it right the first time, it's game over. All I have to do is keep mowing. Well, you can see it took me a couple of times to get that dead straight, but the objective of this is to get it dead straight the first time. Because if I cut it crooked the first time and follow that line, all my lines are going to be crooked. So, you know, sometimes you might have to go over this first pass a couple of times just to get it just right. Definitely need to get that fixed pretty quick. And you can see this is why I don't bag it the first go around. That's one dump. This right here is the second dump, and this right here is the third dump. And while I got a minute, I'm gonna go ahead and some of these little briar things popped up. I'm gonna foam it down a little bit while I got a second. Now, if you're wondering what this foamer is, I'll link it up in the description, a little video to show you how I use it and where you can pick one up at if you want to. All right, well, there you go. Another mow in the books, right? Glad to be home, glad to get the yard cut and back in order. Again, my main concern here was simply getting the grass cut. I didn't edge any beds, I didn't edge the sidewalk or nothing like that. I just wanted to get the yard back to a manageable level so I can get it back on my routine schedule of mowing. Be sure and like, subscribe, and share, and tell all your buddies. I got a bunch of videos coming up about aerating and seeding, fall time work on cool season turf, bluegrass, and fescue. I got a cool video coming up to show you exactly what I do step by step to prepare my yard for aerating and overseeding. Of course, we'll show the aerating and overseeding later. It's not time for that yet, but I want to show you how I get prepared for it and work my way up to that big day. Because, you know, for me, that's the biggest day of the year in my yard, is when I give it a facelift. I know it looks good right now, but there's some slight imperfections here and there. And then, of course, I like to aerate. I like to add some brand new grass plants with the GCI Turf Cool Blue. That's the grass seed I'll be using this year. And it just freshens the yard up. It livens the yard up. It prepares me for next spring, and I love aerating seeding. Absolutely love it, so I can't wait to show you that. You know, the GCI Turf Spray Buddy is really close now. We're trying to plan for a January 1, 2021 release date. There's a link in the description to a brand new website. Now, the website's not done yet, but it'll link you over to that. And you can put your email in and be on a separate email list just for the Spray Buddy, and you'll be the first to know about it when it's ready. If you're new to the channel and you're interested in having a yard that looks like mine or close to mine or better than mine or whatever, I've got lawn care guides that'll teach you step by step how to do all this stuff. I'll link that up in the description as well. Now, I don't know if you pay attention to the shirts I wear. I know some of you do. This one right here says, "Not a veteran, but I support them." As you get older in life and you realize your freedoms as an American, and you want to pass those freedoms on to your children so that they can enjoy the same quality of life that you do, you know, being an American becomes more and more important to me. And it becomes more and more of a passion to me. And how that relates to a veteran is a person who has in the past fought for our country or served in our military to protect those precious rights that we have as far as freedom goes. And you have my 100% respect and support. And you know, I think it's really important that we show our veterans that respect and that support, because those are the men and women who go out there, put their lives on the line day in and day out, you know, for protection. They protect our country, and they fight for our country and have fought for our country in the past so that we can enjoy the quality of life that we have as Americans. So it's kind of common sense to me. I know some people don't see it that way, but it's pretty cut and dried as far as I'm concerned. So hey, I appreciate you watching. Thank you for taking time out of your day. And that's the first time mowing like this. The next time, well, I'll mow it about 2 more times in this same direction. Might throw the striping roller on there, might not. and we'll do another video in a couple of weeks on this mowing pattern, and that way it'll give time for the old pattern to kind of wash away and be gone, and you'll see those really tight, hard angle, what do we call them, not checkerboard, diamond shape. So that'd be pretty cool. I'll check you later.